Hey guys, here at Riverside, California City Hall, there's an anti-communist protest going on. So I got all the chemical burns neutralized today. It took me about an hour in the shower after that faggot, that asshole maced me for no reason. So this is Riverside, California City Hall. There's a good little crowd here. I just got sent the flyer about this today, so this is the only thing I know is it's an anti-communism protest. You guys, that's macing. I don't know what they maced, but it wasn't normal mace. That was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. It was horrible.
In the halls of government, we will fight the corrupt forces at the Department of Justice and in the FBI. And we will fight the corrupt forces all over this land that embrace America last values. How many of us are concerned about what's happening in Cuba? The United States. Because you
I'm in Riverside, California, the City Hall. This is an anti-communist protest.
you win when you show up. Those pathetic losers over there that bring so much.
Was this impromptu? He just announced it today?
Well, they canceled. They had a couple events and they canceled a few of them. They called us out 2.5 hours. All these people came out to support America. Fuck communism and what they're trying to do to them. What that's trying to do. And you're probably
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm good to see you too.
Can I pet your dog? Yeah? What's his name? Pugsley, that's a perfect name for him. Hey, buddy. Oh, is that good pupper? Thank you. As an identity, I don't like that. I don't think but I consider myself patriotic because I'm very thankful for the things that this country has offered me. Yeah.
And one man.
Yeah.
There's lots of people.
So what is it that they're saying over here that you're very against?
Well, Marjorie Greene has a problem with Jewish people. She says horrid things. Mr. Gates, what's his name?
Bill Gates?
No,
I'm not familiar with this crowd. Like I was downtown filming the LA riot today, and then I heard about this afterwards, so we drove out here.
I just think that they need to educate themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't. They
Right.
just think, oh, Trump, my God. Look, he says what we want him to say. They talk about how being a Democrat means being communist. And there's a very big difference between Cuba and what's going on here and what the United States is. The United States is not a communist.
In the last year, I've traveled around the country and gone to a lot of events like this, and I've spoken to a lot of different people. I've spoken to a lot of people that have escaped Cuba and their families were persecuted in Cuba, and a lot of them have told me that what they're seeing right now is what their family was seeing when Cuba was rising towards communism. So there are people that went through that are claiming that it's happening here. So it's not completely unbased that people are fearing.
Makes it so that more people can get the care that they need, education or streets, infrastructure, things like that, and actually regulating additional things like what's going on in actual communist countries. So there's a very big difference in that.
I think a lot of people are scared about the idea of the slippery slope, and there's this idea that if you take one step towards that direction, you can't stop. Like Lenin, was it Lenin that said socialism is just the first step towards communism?
You know what? We've been a socialist country since the very beginning. Do you know what they did? They were good old Benjamin Franklin. He started the fire department. Why? Because everybody had a little medallion on their house, and everybody had their own fire.
Yeah, they usually actually have fire departments would get in fist fights to decide who got to like take control of the fire.
We have a fire department that works for all of us. That's the police department.
What?
Said we have a fire department that will work for all the people, not just the person that will pay them, the police, and that's a positive. Public education, the post office, all of those are socialist ideas.
I personally, I consider myself center, right of center. All those things that you just listed, I don't think that they are good institutions. I think that they're.
I think that the police coming to your house when a bad man comes is a good idea.
I would rather personally be allowed the liberty to protect myself, and at that last cost. But I don't think that the way the police has moved into, they're becoming more and more that they're the only ones that get to provide authority or justice.
Oh, you're a nice, strong young man. What about me? I've had 2 knee replacements.
Yeah.
I've had lots of surgeries. I couldn't do anything to a bad man. I need that.
Well, that's.
And I'm
I'll speak to
very
that.
serious.
So I think that the state comes in and provides protection to weak and vulnerable people that they usually have to form a relationship with a strong man.
California's a very rich
So I think those products like actually destroy the structure of the family. Does what?
Sorry, have the money for that? You know, honey, we gotta do the best we can.
Yeah.
Nothing's perfect. But you know what? I want a fire department that comes and help me and my neighbor. And I want a police officer who's going to be on my side, and he gets there like that. And I want the
not just
good
on my
teachers.
side, willing to look and see both sides.
Yes.
And be able to adjust, figure out the situation and figure out the best result based on the entirety of the situation as opposed to just
I agree. That's why I try to have these conversations. Like we probably are, obviously from our conversation, I'm a little bit ideologically different than you. I'm not a far right. I do not agree with the far right. I don't agree with the far left, but I do lean a little bit right versus a little bit left. But it really bothers me what I've seen this last year is people are so polarized and nobody will talk to each other. Why do you think they targeted that sign? Were you saying things or? Why do you think it was just because this side's the opposition to that side? So do you think that just because you were standing over there, like, oh, were you?
She has a right.
Why? Yeah, I'm not saying she has it, but I'm just trying to understand, like, why did they target this? This sign doesn't seem provocative.
No, it doesn't. And you know what this comes from, right?
I've heard it before. I don't know off the top of my head. What's the good? Oh no, that's is that Maxine Waters? No. Which speech is that?
Who got not beat out of him and the Edmund Pettus Bridge when he was really a teenager. He was in the hospital for a long time, and he became a congressman for a long time. He died a year ago. I think it was yesterday, but you said that this.
So I'm getting confused. I'm ignorant on this. I have heard that term, and I know that there's a speech. It wasn't MLK, right? So was it MLK talking about the guy you're talking about, or is the guy you're talking about gave the speech? What was his? Do you remember his name? John Lewis. Good trouble. I'll have to look that again. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I can't recall the speech.
Well, we're tired.
Yeah.
They told me that I was attacking their First Amendment right, which then they attacked mine.
I don't know much about the First Amendment if that's what they did.
So today I was at the LA riot, and
Riot?
are you aware what the We Spa event that's been happening last month? The We Spa, it's a spa. It has to do with transgender situations in women's bathrooms and that sort of thing. There was anyways, I filmed the leftist side, and I filmed them all day. And then ironically, the right side got carried away, and they maced me, thinking I was like somebody on the other team or something. And they just maced me for no reason.
You know, God bless the poor people, LBGT, whatever. God bless them because they've got to eat. As a teacher in middle school, I saw these kids and I saw how they were treated. And you know, as a pacifist, I didn't like any fighting. It never all bothered me so much. But when a kid said and pushed him and hit him, and he turned around and he decked him. And I was so glad he did that because it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Do you think anybody in their right mind would want to be gay when people kill them?
I think there's nuance there. I think the way they're framing that conversation is the way a lot of people frame it, and they don't separate the inclination from the action. So no, I don't think anybody chooses to.
They didn't even know what was going on with
Yeah.
their bodies, and that's the truth. They didn't know,
Yeah.
but it was scary, and they were scared. And no kid in America should have to be scared because of the gender identity.
Democratic Party's are liars.
Do they
They're
do
criminals.
No. So let them.
Democratic Party are racist. Under the Jim Crow laws. Under the KKK.
A Catholic?
That's the truth, homie. That's the truth, homie.
I'm gonna go film this. Thank you for talking to me and sharing your point of view. I'm glad that we were able to express different ideas.
Lock them up. Lock them up. USA. 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 Go to Cuba! Go to Cuba! They can't do that shit in Cuba! Go to Cuba! Look, we don't cancel them! We don't care! Fuck it out! Fuck it out! That's all it is. Let's go to the street. Let's go to the street, guys. Yelling at a woman. You're a big man. Come on over here. I'll show you what the fuck this shit is. We're not Antifa. We're in the fucking street. I'm standing right here. I never moved. I came from Portugal. I never moved. Okay? I left here. I never moved. Hey, Alex Jones.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Why is there such a clash here today? I found out of this event like 2 hours ago. We came out here. I saw the last of the speech, but why is it so divisive here right now?
Because I don't support racism. I don't support hate.
Are they arguing for racism and hate? I don't know who he is.
He's a child rapist. He's a congressman from Florida under investigation for child rape. Okay? And Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to form a caucus that supports only a caucus of Anglo-Saxons in Congress. She wants to believe that the country is based on Anglo-Saxon privilege, and that's it.
Yeah.
She's a racist.
Wait, do you think that she's trying to push supremacy, or is she? Do you think she's pushing back against the? In the U.S. Senate, like there's a caucus for basically every group except for like Europeans, right? Is she just pushing? I'm not familiar with this. I'm playing devil's advocate to understand.
She also follows QAnon. She's written numerous articles for them.
Yeah.
She is openly bigoted against the Jews. She claims that
You're the second person that said something about that.
Lasers into space, and that's what's causing the wildfires, is the Jewish space lasers. She has openly called for the removal of let's see, who else is it?
She's anti-trans.
Anti-trans. That's a big one. But she's openly called for AOC to be removed from office because she's supposedly not American, as well as.
We all went to fucking elementary school.
Ilhan Omari.
Well, that's one of them, Ilhan Omar. Yeah. Chased her through the halls of Congress.
I want to like sidetrack here for a second. So I've been filming this stuff, like this division, for like a year now. I just filmed the riot in LA today. Yeah. I got maced. It was the We Spa event. Are you familiar with the We Spa? So they had round 2 today. It was pretty bad today. They actually, LA put out an emergency alert about it today. So my question is here, and I am finding that when no discussion happens, people tend to like disparage the other side extremely. But the left will often point out people on the right that have your Thor's hammer on there, and they'll say that you're a white supremacist because you're wearing a white supremacist symbol.
Ignorance.
Yeah. No, I agree. But we see these little things and we take them out of the context, and somebody could clip this video and like, oh, this white supremacist was yelling at the, you know.
And here's the problem. Followers of Asatru are full of love and respect, and if you look through the histories. Hey, there you go. That's perfect. The problem is that there's ignorance everywhere, right? So the Klansmen believe that they're good Christians, right? They believe that they're the Christian knights of whatever it is. Just like these idiots that think that because the Norsemen, a certain sex of them comes from Norway or northern Norway or Finland, and because those people happen to be light-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, that means that they're the original Aryans. It's not true. When the Norsemen or the Vikings, which is a totally wrong title for them. Going a Vikinger was to go raiding. When they would go and get slaves, they would then accept them into the clan. So the slaves, they would be part of the clan after a certain amount of time. They would just absorb them in. So they're super multicultural. If people would take the time.
So that's my point about, like, I look at that and I don't assume that you're a white supremacist, but even like the talk that you're having right now, like there would be people usually on the far left that would listen to what you just said, and they would be like, you're explaining away white supremacy, you're just excusing it, but it's not. If we have a rational conversation, I can listen to your point of view, and this is crazy. Nobody's talking to each other. Nobody's having a conversation, really. They're just hating the other side.
Trump has made he's normalized hate.
Because you should keep her away from
And
the
he's normalized it to the point where there was an awful lot of these folks that were quiet. Come on, man.
Who the fuck are you two?
Why do you think? I don't see that. Why do you think he was pushing hate?
Because, well, take the COVID-19. How many times do we have to call it the China flu before he pulls his head out of his ass and calls it COVID-19? It's not the China flu, okay? That's divisive, and the only intent behind that was to make hate.
Let's talk about him turning to his crowd and saying, "Oh, this is what my black person here." What the fuck?
So when I see him do something like that, I just see that as like a complete lack of eloquence. I don't see him like saying like disparaging the person. He's just talking stupidly.
But when you turn around and ask my friend, my neighbor, how he feels about that, that's not a lack of eloquence. That's a sting.
And the
That's
problem
a
is,
dart.
I grew up in Montana. My dad's dead. My uncle is the same age as Trump. That behavior runs rampant. They would say the exact same thing, and I guarantee you that they're meaning the exact same thing.
So I agree. My grandpa talked like that too, and he was born in 1925.
Well, when you really consider it, we
But-
haven't gone that far.
But the thing is that when they say certain things, it doesn't mean the same thing as if you said those words.
But the difference is, when I was in 8th grade, we had 2 black kids in my school. I grew up in a little tiny Bodom, Montana town. We had 46 kids in my graduating class. The entire K through 12 had 2 black kids in it. Of those 2 black kids, one was in my class, one was in my brother's class. We were at a track meet one time, and Stinker, one of the kids, was fucking around, and he threw a rock across the playground. I mean, like, from here to the stop sign now, or the stop line now, a long-ass way. I went like that, because I saw it coming toward me. It hit me in the back of the head. My mom, knowing how my dad was, told me, "You will not tell your father who threw that rock, because he will go kill him." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she says, "He doesn't like blacks, he will go kill him."
Yeah.
That's racism, and that is the same kind of crap that Trump spews.
Yeah. I'm not convinced that the hate is in the heart of other people. I think the hate is in our hearts equally, and I think it's, for me, I haven't found that to be true, to where the one people are good and the other people are bad. Like that story sounds like what happens when 2 cultures boil together. Like there's going to be some birth pangs. I'm not saying it's right. That stuff is not right.
The only thing we want them to restrict is their restrictions on other people.
In the same way that my Muslim friends are sick of the Taliban bastardizing their religion, I'm tired of white supremacists bastardizing mine.
Yeah.
The same way that a good Christian preacher is tired of white supremacists or other hate groups like the Bible Baptist people.
The Westboro Baptist.
Those motherfuckers.
Today was round 2 in LA at the WeSpa. July 3rd was round 1. July 3rd, they had a whole group of those fire poster preachers. But there was one guy showed up today. He didn't have his poster, but they didn't have that group. It was crazy. It was a crazy day today. Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of those people that just go out of their way to exemplify that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Until they keep their head out of a gay couple's bedroom, or out of a gay couple's relationship, or out of a transgender's relationship, or a mixed race relationship, they should change the way they're thinking. It is the one.
My big premise is, in Asatru, we don't pray to the gods. We don't, like Christianity, we pray to God. We don't pray to the gods. We don't look for their acceptance. We do what we do, and we turn to them for guidance. But we live our lives. And we live our lives using them as an example of what to do and what not to do. You know, it's more of an example of what we should or shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And so,
What do you call it?
it's called Asatru.
Can you spell it?
ASATRU.
Well, I'm endlessly curious about everything. I'm gonna Google that later.
Yeah, please do.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna go get some other opinions, and I appreciate you talking to me and taking the time to like share your point of view and articulate it.
Of course.
Yeah. Or you guys have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Be safe.
Wow, look at the right dude. Yeah, we know you're right dude. Hey, Cuba's not too far. It's only a plane right away. So it's like a split out. It's only a plane right away. Right away.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you, like, why do you think there's so much division here today?
All you have to do is read the verbiage on their signs. It speaks volumes about their character. You can't rationalize the people that have character like that.
Where do we go? This is what the coronavirus vaccine does to you, Dr. Steve.
Do you still care about the kids in cages or only when Trump's in office?
Can I interview you?
Sure.
Why do you think there's so much division over this event? I got here at the tail end of it. I just heard about it an hour or two ago.
Proud America.
Why do I think there's so much division at this event?
Yeah.
Because for the last 4.5, 5 years, basically the media has been nothing but prime the pump for division in America. Very few politicians and even fewer personalities or networks in the media have tried to bring Americans together. And when it's been attempted, it's always been dismissed as white nationalism and fascism. Personally, I support the America First movement. I believe that our country has a right to decide who should enter. I believe that our government's primary purpose should be to take care of Americans first and then help the rest of the world.
When you say America First movement, are you talking about things that Trump says, or are you referring to Nick Fuentes?
Not Nick Fuentes.
Okay.
There's a strong correlation between what President Trump supports and I support. I would say the only thing that I might disagree with him is he's definitely on record as believing it should be a crime to burn the American flag. I think that's protected First Amendment speech. I might try and stop somebody I saw burning the flag, but I don't think they should be in jail for it.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely not Nick Fuentes. Not Nick Fuentes, definitely President Trump. His broad range of America First policies, from border security, from energy independence, from bringing jobs back into our country, everything that he did in his term, everything his administration accomplished, by and large.
Interesting. So you're not a fan of Newsom then?
Not a fan of Newsom at all.
Yeah.
And people outside California don't know this, but Governor Newsom, he's just trying to buy his way out of the recall. I mean, just last week, he announced another $600 going to everybody in California who makes less than $75 grand. So if you make less than $75,000 a year in California, Newsom's greasing your palm with $600 right before the recall, trying to keep it.
All that stuff is so crazy to me. Whatever you think about it, $600 is really nothing.
I mean, Biden talks about saving 16 cents on your 4th of July barbecue, and meanwhile gas in California is $1.50 more. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, thank you for sharing your point of view. Did he trip or did he get pushed? You don't know? He looks drunk. Did he get tripped or did he fall?
He's just goofing.
Oh, is it? So you guys, this is WYSIWYG, California.
on,
If you guys don't know him, shout out your channel, your stuff.
WYSIWYG TV on everything, except for Twitter right now. I'm only on Twitch.
Can one of my mods throw up a link to him? So that's probably not the easiest thing to spell. But this guy saved my butt today. I got the hell maced out of me. All right there.
There you go.
WYSIWYG TV.
WYSIWYG TV.
So I was alone and blind in the middle of downtown Los Angeles after I got maced, and he came and saved me. Got me water, got me back to my hotel room.
We were team today.
That was probably one of the most painful things ever. I don't know what kind of bear mace that was, but it was hours of excruciating feeling like I was on fire.
Nobody gets left behind.
WYSIWYG
That's the
saved me.
deal.
What'd you say?
No matter what, nobody gets left behind.
Yep. All right, thanks, man. Thanks again.
Asshole.
Seriously, guys, I was in bad trouble. Like, I was alone and blind, and it was, I got enough water to get my sight back, but like when you wash that stuff off, when you stop washing it off, it starts burning worse than before you washed it. I almost called 911 from the shower today because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to handle it, and it was a more serious caustic chemical burn. I'm doing okay now. The back of my hands and my palms are really the only things that are really troubling me now, but they still burn pretty bad. But it was horrible, horrible.
Larry Elder for governor, bro.
Larry Elder. Thank you, OKC. Yeah, I've got the video clips on my from my stream. I'll put clips of that out earlier. I don't want to dox the guy. Well, you can't dox him. He's all completely head to toe covered. But I do want to like put those out to Patriot community here. I mean, the guy snuck up like a coward and sprayed me for no reason, and it caused me some serious pain for several hours. So, don't really care for that guy too much. I'm gonna walk through the crowd a little bit. Okay, do we go? Hey man, can I pet your dog?
Sure.
Yeah? What's his name?
Chapo.
Chapo? Man, he's got a big head. What kind of a breed is he?
He's a cane corso Italian mastiff.
He is beautiful. He's got an amazing personality too.
Yeah.
Is he always mellow like this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Real mellow.
Who's a good puppy? Man, that head's big. He's got a watermelon head.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate letting me pet him. Get some water.
Pretty good? Good? Good?
He's a good boy.
Sure. Did you want more?
My turn to drink some water. Man, that was a quick event. They set up shop and did their speech and got out pretty quick.
Everybody's covering me up. I want my friends.
One nation under God. What's your view on all this today, ma'am?
Well, I think we're all here to exercise our freedom of speech. I'm also here to protect our country.
Yeah.
In a direction that I don't think we ever thought they would be going this
Yeah, I would have a hard time if somebody told me the state of the country 10 years ago. Like, I don't know if I would have believed that things are like this.
Yeah. I said our nation will be taken over from within. And it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That's how stupid he is.
What'd you say? Stand for freedom? Right on.
He doesn't even know what
Thank you for sharing your point of view.
That's what you call an ignorant white boy. Deregulate the big banks. Didn't Joe Biden fail to address the Federal Reserve and the 8 years they've been in office? What is Joe Biden's record on trade? Even Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard ran against the Joe Biden policies. Stop Asian hate. Asian hate. Seriously, you have no facts.
Supreme! Don't deliver your peace.
Tell me all about Jesus. Tell me all about you self-righteous prick. Tell me all about you without sin cast against you. Tell me all about it. Tell me how.
This stuff needs to stop. This stuff needs to stop. I don't think he tried to run her over. My guess is he went to go into gear and he accidentally put it in reverse. That's the more rational explanation of that.
Like your side. Fuck Democrats.
So her sign over there that she was talking about says F fascism. So she. I don't think so. I think more likely he went to put it in gear and just actually.
No, he put it in gear and then he put it back in reverse.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Dude. Huh?
Oh, your eyes are
The eyes weren't that bad. It was my torso, my arms, and my other bits. I took a shower for at least an hour. I almost called 911 in the shower because it was getting so painful. I didn't know if I had yeah.
chemical reaction. They say there's some stuff out there that's.
Yeah, they've got stuff. I didn't have any. I had my gas mask, so I just was going to plan on that. But then I wasn't expecting the Patriot crowd to mace me out of nowhere. I got sneak attacked.
Even I got it, where there was a fist fight at the end of the group between some women and a couple of men. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And then when we got back to the park, some guy got maced. And I'm not even sure if he really got maced because he was on the other side or there was some.
Yeah. I'm just tired of the crappy behavior on both sides. It doesn't matter if it's only bad if the other side does it, I guess, a lot of times.
USA! 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 USA!
That dog is so cool.
Fuck fascism! The cancel culture is
He came from China. Let her hear you. Want to hear a story? You don't want to hear a story, right? Fuck you, bitch. That's right. That's right. You don't have time. You don't have time. But to run your mouth. That's right. To run your mouth.
They try to seize the power. They want to ruin this country. They want to be rich. They want to be like the billionaires.
It's not true. This is the best country in the world.
Hi.
I met you in DC. I'm Tara, Polish American Brotherhood.
Oh, I remember you. How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
I got maced so bad today.
I heard. I was streaming and people were messaging me to talk about Billy. How's he doing and everything?
It was horrible. I've never been maced like that before. I don't know. It was like it wasn't normal mace.
How are you doing now?
I'm doing okay. My hands still burn, but I took a shower for like an hour. Good to see you again. Is any of the other crew that you're rolling around with that day here?
Different from every city.
Oh yeah. Right on. I wanted to interview that woman before she ran off. gonna go find her. Thanks for saying hi.
I really don't even think a lot of these counter protests.
So that night in D.C. where they burnt, not Enrique, but when they burnt the Black Lives Matter flag in front of that hotel, and the police rushed in and started pushing everybody, she and like one other or two other guys were the ones that were kind of like created that little event. I'm gonna go pet these dogs. Can I pet your puppy? What's his name?
That would be Bailey.
Bailey. He's new, huh? Thank you. Can I pet this one? What's his name? Sophie. Hi, Sophie. I film these events on live stream, and like one of my things is I always like sneak away in the middle of a riot or something and just go pet a dog. Thank you. Well, it looks like she disappeared. I really wanted to hear one of her stories. Oh, there she is. There she is. Hi, I was trying to get to you before you ran off. Like, you said you're from China? You seem to be pretty opinionated about what happened in China.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a story? I'm on live stream right now.
Okay. You know what? What the Democrats did, they copied the Chinese Communist Party. They want to seize the power. They want to ruin this country. Why? Benefits to a little group of people. Make them so powerful. Make them so rich. That's what Democrats did. Look at Obama, Barack Obama. Look at Bill Clinton. They just retired from the White House. They become billionaire. How that happened?
Yeah.
Right?
It's a.
Okay. They take the full benefits for the position they had. And right now, what they did, they want to seize the power. Vote for the Congress, Senate, and the White House. That's why we have to fight. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit more about China. What the China Communist Party did, they make you silent. They kill you. They lie. They kill millions, billions of people. Whenever you oppose them, they let you disappear from this world. And before you sentence to death, they cut your vocal cord, so making you totally silent, then sentence you dead. That's China.
Did you immigrate here from China?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, how old were you when you immigrated over?
I first went to Hong Kong, and I always, looking for the freedom and the democracy.
So I guess my question is, did you get most of your experience of what happened in China firsthand or from your family and your relatives?
Okay, you can't saw my family and my relatives. You should say the most population in China suffered the regime of the Communist Party.
No, I'm not questioning the validity of your experience. I'm just wondering, were you old enough to see the rise and the corruption in China, or did your family teach you about that?
No, I saw by my own eyes. I hear by my own ears.
So are you seeing the same kind of patterns here today, or do you see anything similar?
Democrats did what the Communist Party did. They copied everything. It's evil.
Can you give like a couple examples of like things that are very similar?
The cancel culture.
The cancel culture?
Today is ready. It's suppose in Laguna Hill, it's supposed in Anaheim. Why in this place? Because of cancel culture.
Yeah.
Why a lot of people, their Facebook, their Twitter got suspended.
So,
cancel culture.
About 10 years ago, I started thinking it was very, very weird that we allowed Facebook and Google to operate in China and censor for the Chinese government. And I thought that was insane that we were allowing those companies to operate in our country, and people just like kind of passed it off. 10 years later, they're starting to censor us here in America. Like, if you didn't see that coming, like, you're blind. Like,
It's not just one day change. It's literally in the last 40 years, the Democrats changed our country's system. It's no longer our founding fathers, plans. So we have to stop them.
what do you think? Can you tell me what the situation on Hong Kong is right now? So you said you were from there. Yeah.
They make the 4 digits young people disappear. Don't know where are they. Either they already died or go to the labor camp.
So just to be clear, you're saying there's a lot of people disappearing in Hong Kong today?
Over 4 digits young people, college students.
Wow.
Young people. I
Yeah.
don't say all the people. Only young people.
Wow. Is there anything else you think is like you'd want to say? Like you have a very interesting perspective. So if you've got something else to say, I'll stand here and listen.
We have to fight for that because we cannot back up. Why? If we back up, this country should be another socialist country. That's it.
Well, thank you for talking to me. I appreciate you. You got a very passionate point of view. Thank you.
Oh, you got the damn
What's your setup here? You got the live view. What's this one?
Live view, the battery.
Oh, it's just a giant battery for the live view? Wow.
Raise your hand if you haven't taken
Nice.
the vaccine.
Right on.
The vaccine. And what are you guys gonna do if they show up to your door? I'm gonna throw water in their face. Get the fuck out. No.
His head is so big.
Don't hurt my feelings, man.
Alex Bogey sent me a super chat, $5 super chat. Freedom to Cuba and to Cali. We will not be suppressed. Thanks for the super chat, man. Well, that must mean that there's one more I missed, huh? Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry, I can't find the other super chat in the comments list right now, but it looks like there was another one. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Sorry I didn't see it. I can't scroll through a couple times. I don't see it. Roxanne, that's so nice. You don't have to do that. Thank you, Roxanne. Roxanne sends a super chat for $50, and she didn't even say a comment. Thank you so much, Roxanne. I appreciate that. People are asking for my PayPal. The PayPal is thevillainreport@gmail.com. Venmo is @villainreport, and Cash App is $villainreport. appreciate all of the stuff that you guys have done to help me fund this little weekend.
We're some cons for the Republican Party. You are so off base. You have to start considering that there are different points of view. You have to start considering that you could be wrong. I was a Democrat until 2007. I voted Democrat. It was until I started considering that there were other perspectives that I started considering the Republican Party. I was called a traitor by my own family. I was called a sellout. You guys call African Americans goons. You call them Uncle Toms because you can't tolerate that we have a different perspective, that we are privy to the truth. You cannot silence us. We are not going anywhere. This is our country just as much as it is yours. We will not be bullied. We will not be intimidated. This is what I live. I will not back down. I refuse. I will not back down. This is where my family lives. These are where my kids are growing up, where my grandkids will grow up. And I will fight until my dying breath. And I am not scared of ideas. Don't be scared of ideas. Think about other perspectives. Consider other perspectives. Stop vilifying each other. That's the worst thing that you can do. We all hate Marxism. A lot of us Hispanics came from countries where Marxism and communism have taken over. We understand the gravity that it causes. We understand the consequences. Look at Cuba now, fighting for their lives on the street. We don't want that here. We don't want communism in America. Wake up! Wake up! We don't hate you. We do not hate you. We love you because through God, at least through me, through my faith, I love you. And I want what's best for you even if you don't understand it yet. So this is not even my microphone, but please, we are not as divided as you think.
That's a nice dog, man.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dog, huh? Look how big his head is.
What kind of dog is that?
Huh?
Why are you guys wearing those?
I'm an anonymous YouTuber. I'm known for filming Antifa in Portland, Oregon. So I've went a year without getting doxxed so far. I was.
What's doxed? What do you mean by doxed?
They find out your identity and
Why
they
don't you want your identity? People don't know you're here.
you'll get fired. They'll come to your house.
Wrong about that.
Look up doxing online later. It's Antifa's known for it. Yeah.
That's what they do. They dox people and go to rallies.
So I go and film these rallies and they hate me for it because they don't want you to film that stuff.
They take pictures, find out who you are, and call you first and try to get you fired.
Yeah, but we need more to basically keep your foundations even stronger. You want to flip all those other red states. You want to flip Idaho. You want to flip Nebraska. You want to flip North Carolina. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work.
People on the opposing side don't think that I should have access to gender-affirming healthcare. Why is that? If all lives matter, you should love your neighbor as thyself. If you believe in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, why should I not have access to gender-affirming healthcare? Why should I be oppressed and control my gender identity and presentation?
Why can't you just have... Hold on. Who took her drugs and gave them to him? I don't ask for black health care. I think you just can't ask for health care. Like, you don't ask for health care. Why can't you just ask for health care? Dude, Trump couldn't even pass a citizenship test. Why can't you just say, I want health care?
Because there are certain things that a trans person needs that they will not cover. They will not provide. And it's because the Republican Party fights everything that they need.
Basically, you want people to accept you the way you want to transition to, but you can't even accept yourself for the way you were born.
That's because the way I was born.
Did they say that you're from? You're not from
by U.S. healthcare. I was born with
from China?
Okay.
So you're.
Just how come you can ask for health care and then they
So what do you think?
So what do you think that they think?
Of you supporting the guy who calls this China fake? I have heard it come out of his mouth. I've heard Trump specifically call it the China fake or the Kung Fu.
It's from China.
Why does it have to be a special health care?
It's not special.
Anti-communism ready. It's not the scientific name.
If you're believing what they tell you to believe.
No, I believe in science. And the scientific name of it is COVID-19.
If he's not
You said you know the Chinese.
you're not listening.
So what's his name?
You want health care?
You said you know the Chinese health minister. What is his name? You said you know the Chinese health minister. What's his name? But you just told me you know the Chinese health minister.
Do you go to a gynecologist? Do you go? Have you ever had a speculum shoved up your vagina?
have a certain element, something's wrong.
You just said that you know the
Have
Chinese
you
health
ever
minister.
had a speculum shoved up your vagina?
So you're a liar.
Like if I want to,
So you're a liar.
When you were born,
Because you just told me.
no. When you're talking about somebody who has male hormones and female hormones, or male genitalia and female genitalia at birth,
What's the number of people that are like that?
I have no idea.
It's extremely
What's the number that isn't?
Exception to the rule. Exception to the rule.
It doesn't matter if there's an
It
exception.
means you get human health care.
Yes, that's what
But
I'm
trying
asking.
to make it
That's what they're asking.
But if you're asking for something special, then I would agree. No.
I literally am
Ask
saying
for human health care.
I am not asking for anything special. I'm not asking for people to pay for my surgery. I'm asking for the health care that is provided to me. Why should that be taken away from me? Because I am
Who's trying to take it away from you?
People on your side think that I
I've
should have
never
access
heard.
to that because
I never
being
heard
trans is a
anyone
bottom
say that you shouldn't have.
Both of my parents are Republicans and everybody in my family
If you were,
is
if
Do
you
you
were
go
born
to a
in
gynecologist? Do you go to a gynecologist?
I was born with male
No, I'm saying.
that did not develop as
She's got an
I
info.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now. That doesn't matter. Does that mean that I don't matter because I was born with it?
You still have health care.
You matter.
She made a false
No
claim.
one because I was born with it.
Are you claiming to be transgender or intersex?
I am intersex and I am transitioning to get back to the hormones that I was supposed to have. I have what's called an
So
androgen.
I understand that, but my issue is it seems like you're using that exceptionally rare category to argue for
I'm not asking for anything special.
the larger category.
People just allow me to have access to my health care.
Like you know that intersex is like
But does that mean that I
so.
don't matter to you?
No, we're not talking about your matter. What I'm saying is you're using your intersex position to argue for the greater umbrella of transgender, which is not intersex.
Intersex kids do not think that they deserve access to
Hey, can I ask you guys a question real quick? I wanted to pin you guys up for a second. A conversation I had with her a little bit ago. So she was talking about that we got into talk about Trump, and they were saying Trump has hateful talk. She gave an example of when Trump said something along the lines of like, here's my black guy on the stage. And she said,
Where's my African American?
yes. And she said that she thought that was incredibly hateful. And I said that I thought it was like just not a well-chosen way to speak. And she said she had a friend, a black friend, that thought it was stabbing. What do you think?
So they're gonna say President Trump, who's done more for the black community than any president in the history of this nation, next to Abe Lincoln, but they don't have a problem with Joe Biden saying if you have to decide whether to vote for me or Trump, you ain't black, meaning that black people only vote Democrat. They don't see a problem with that. It makes them hypocrites.
Have I told you that?
No, I'm talking to him. I said that makes them hypocrites.
So that was a really eloquent way to touch the overarching. but
I
can
didn't have an issue with President Trump saying that.
no. Can you
Because-
what?
let me say this, let me
Will
say
you
this.
address the specific? What do you think he was
President Trump said,
doing?
Where's my African American?
Uh-huh.
Because of Jesse Jackson. The only reason why they started using that term, African American, in the United States of America, is I've never been to Africa. He met someone who actually moved from Africa and became American citizen. And on their citizenship, it said African American. Okay, Jesse Jackson saw that and he ran with it, and then it went viral. So a lot of people call themselves African American because it's politically correct, and it's not even true.
So
I don't have any issues with
I think that is
if
all.
anything, President Trump just said, "Where's my Black American?"
Yeah, I think that's all coherent and it makes sense. But what do you think that specific thing where he said where's my African American?
What was wrong with it?
No, she's claiming it's wrong, and she's saying that.
What was wrong with it?
What?
I want to know what was wrong with it.
It was a weird soundbite. It came out weird. Do you think that he was doing anything offensive?
Because the liberal media push it out there because every single president that comes across that helps black people, they have to demonize them. President Trump, again, has done more for the black community than any other president next to Abe Lincoln.
So, to close it up, you didn't find it was offensive.
Okay, what did Obama do for the black community? No, I'm okay. What did Bill Clinton do for the black community? I can tell you what President Trump has done for the black community.
Go for it.
When in the beginning of his term, President Trump.
I can't talk to you. If you write this shit off of you.
Blacks for Trump. He doesn't have any black people to win with him.
No, man,
You've
it's- I
seen
can't-
the memes. Like really?
So she interrupted you. What were you going to say that Trump did?
Oh, President Trump. President Trump. The history of this nation, more black people were working because of the policies that President Trump did. Not because of Obama, but if you remember, Obama said President Trump would never bring the jobs back. Obama said President Trump doesn't have a magical wand. The jobs are not coming. There's video of it. I know y'all heard it. But President Trump, because of his policies, more black people in the history of this nation were working. More Latinos were working in the nation. More women were starting businesses in the nation. The economy was booming. What is it? Bill Maher said the only way to destroy Trump is for the economy to go down. Then all of a sudden we get this pandemic. Come on, people put two and two together. So tell me exactly what pandemic. What I love
is that you guys choose to change the narrative just enough. You understand that we run on a 4-year cycle, right? So when the groundwork is laid and Bill Clinton managed to get us into a positive...
Here it comes, watch this. I've heard it.
No, that's you. Let's watch this. First off, wipe the shit away from your face so I can talk to you instead of pointing at you. No, seriously, you got shit.
You do have some.
He's been out in the sun all day. He's probably dehydrated. Come on. It was pretty hot in LA today.
Somebody would call me out on it.
I just told you.
So, tell me what the deficit was when Obama was president.
You tell us.
I'm asking you.
I can tell you. We're talking about the future right now. Tell me. You brought it up.
To be fair, the deficit has drastically increased every president for the last 20 years. Like, no president has done better than the last president.
That's true.
Yes. Since the towers.
First zero deficit since George Washington.
Since the towers, every president has expanded the debt way more than the last president did. Thank you for doing that. I wanted to put you on the spot, but I wasn't trying to do it maliciously. I just wanted to hear the dialogue between you guys.
I don't think anybody over there. I just think that there's a lot of misguidedness on the side because I don't.
Where's the sheep?
I don't hate America. I hate what America has made people believe is American politics. I don't support Democrats. I don't support Republicans. I care about an individual person having their own freedoms and rights. I think that I should be able to pursue my life in the same way that you do, no matter what that involves for me. And I hope that people on the
I agree with that as well. My platform has a lot to do with it's centered around riots and political unrest, and I film things that other people don't film. But it's also about my own narcissism and telling my own stories. So I actually had gender dysphoria since 8 years old. I wanted to be a little girl. I went through a period of my life where I entered into that thinking, and yes, and I believe that's what causes gender dysphoria.
I would agree with you. I've had childhood trauma. There are things that happen to me.
So the reason why I'm asking that, so my crowd already knows my story. So I went through that, and then I decided it wasn't the best way for me it wasn't good for me. I found it to be more healthy for me to embrace my masculinity, my biological male nature. I think that that's universally true. But I don't think that I want to push that on other people. But the reason why I did call out ask you about the intersex, because that's different. That's a different thing. So are you like XXY or XYY?
I have XY. So because of partial androgen sensitivity, when I was born, I didn't have enough testosterone in my system to complete a male puberty, but I do have female anatomy. So my hormones were instead converted into a way that was feminizing, and I was supplemented.
Is there for that specific intersex condition? Is there a name for that?
It's PAIS, partial androgen insensitivity.
Okay, it's not like the Klein. I can't remember the names right now. Okay. And then there's the other one that's the opposite. I can't remember the names.
I've done heavy research into it because I didn't find out until I was already an adult and I went to a gynecologist.
Yeah. But let me go back to what I was asking you. So you are in a very, very rare category of a rare category. That almost non-existent. But it seemed like you were using that situation to argue for the broad movement of transgenderism that's going on today.
For the broad movement, because I feel that no matter how small my identity is, no matter how reduced it is in statistics.
Well, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not trying to critique the fact that you're promoting an idea. I'm using I'm critiquing the fact that you're using one thing to argue for another thing. They're not the same thing. Yeah.
Even though I have male chromosomes, I still have to transition into maleness. I still have to remove my breasts if I want to feel right in my body, because I was robbed of that transition. My parents, because of my anatomy, they decided not to. They could have given me testosterone. I could have led a male puberty. I could have not had breast development, but because of my anatomy, I was forcibly prescribed estrogen. That was not my choice. That is not okay.
Can I get, if you don't want to share your opinion, I would love your opinion from your perspective. Are you aware of the Wee Spa incident? Wee Spa. So about a month ago, there's a Korean bathhouse spa in downtown LA. A black woman came out of the women's locker room, and she went up to the desk, and she said that there is a man in the women's locker room, and he's got his, she said dick and balls. And there were a couple other women that came out in their bathrobes, and they were visibly disturbed, and they were uncomfortable. And they said there were girls in there, and the transgender woman was walking around fragrantly, just exposing, which isn't the norm in most locker rooms. You keep some modesty in there. It's not just like a nudist colony in there. But so a week later, some conservatives, a lot of women that just came out by themselves, not in a group. There was like a hellfire street preaching group of pastors that came out, and then there was the conservative patriot crowd kind of came out, and they had a small gathering, and a large gathering of Antifa came out, and they clashed. The right side, to give them a fair argument, they were fighting for the rights of women and girls to feel safe and vulnerable in their private spaces. To give them a bad explanation, they were calling everything pedos and pedophiles. So Antifa on the left, they were saying, to give them a good argument, they're trying to argue for the rights and privileges of trans people. To give them the wrong argument, they're sacrificing the comfort and rights of women to feel comfortable. What do you think about that weird situation we're in society today, where we're trying to let dissidents and have their point of view, but so often these dissidents get to trample on the rights of other people just because they're a minority or because they're suffering?
I agree that nobody should just have their genitals out in the bathhouse. If you are truly worried about, like me, as a trans person, when I go use the bathroom in public, I don't use the men's restroom trying to pass as a man, because that could lead to a violent situation, and I know people who have been involved in violent situations like that because of that restroom.
Yeah, in my history going through all that stuff, I never could understand how somebody could just not care about somebody else's comfort. You know that you're the odd man out, you know?
Trans women should not feel comfortable being trans women and being public about their trans identity. I'm not saying that at all. I do agree that there needs to be modesty in bathhouses. If you don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, or you feel like the situation is going to escalate, because being trans is not the norm. If you're worried that women in space for women are going to feel perturbed by your presence as a different type of woman, then you should be more cautious about that. That's my personal opinion, only for safety reasons. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a woman who has different genitalia. That's just how it is. But I will say that I feel like a lot of the legislation that goes against, or goes for protecting women and girls is also anti-cis women, because a lot of the time, legislation like that is geared towards women who appear masculine, because people think that they can just guess who's trans around them. And because of that, masculine cis women are also facing, harassment and having uncomfortable situations. I have a friend who's just a very masculine girl, born female, female anatomy, has lived her entire life as a woman. She's just very masculine, get kicked out of the woman's restroom at a Target because a woman complained that she was in there with her daughter, and this tranny, as she called my friend, who is not trans.
I feel really bad for those women because like most women's identity is rooted very strongly in a sense of beauty, and a lot of these women that don't. They're a little bit more manly in their image. And so you'll see it's situations like this, and I critique both sides. I hate the bad acting on both sides. But one thing I hate is in a crowd, like a debate, like say there was a woman here was kind of manly, and she's arguing on the left. Often the right will stop arguing and like, are you a drag queen? They'll just stop talking and just slander. And that's horrible to do to a woman. Like,
obviously, I believe in protecting women and girls, but I believe in protecting all women, no matter what kind of women they are, cis, trans, gay, if they're feminine, masculine, doesn't matter to me. I care about women, I care about girls, because that is my origin. Even if it's not something that was meant for me, I still have a tie to femininity, and I still care about those people.
Let me ask you a really provocative question. Do you think there's any truth at all to the idea that the growing LGBTQ window is making a way for acceptance of pedophilia?
I do think that there are pockets of the LGBT community that are people who are pedophiles that are queer, but I don't think that the LGBT community as a whole is accepting of pedophilia. Obviously,
that's not what I mean. I'm saying as that movement gains providence, it's kind of expanding the Overton window for like for instance, a lot of psychological organizations are trying to rebrand the word pedophilia to minor attracted person.
Yes. I do not believe in that. I do not support it. I am strongly anti-pedophile. If I could fucking beat to death every pedophile in this community, I would.
So one reason why I hate the right uses that word so much is because I think if you wash the word down and broaden it, it doesn't mean anything anymore. So when it is used in the accurate context, nobody listens to it. Same thing with racist, Nazi, all that. Like if we only use Nazis when there's an actual Nazi, then I want to know where that Nazi is. But I assume anytime that word is said, it just means person I don't agree with.
Go back to San Diego, you fucking bitch. Thank you, sister. Gotta get all violent. Gotta get all violent.
It happens on both sides. I've been filming this stuff so how my platform started out is that the riots broke out. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I went to CHOP in Seattle, and I dressed up as Antifa in Portland, and I just filmed it all because I wanted to see for myself, because I found that the media wasn't expressing what I was seeing. It wasn't accurately what I was seeing. And so then...
How would you define your politics, if I'm allowed to ask you that?
I would say I'm pretty center. I lean right of center. Okay. A lot of people will try to peg me as right or far right. I don't think so, but like I'm against the war on drugs. I'm for the right. I don't think the transgender ideology is healthy, but as long as they're not hurting other people or trying to indoctrinate other people's children, then I think they should be able to do whatever they want.
I don't think that we should be giving hormones to kids. I don't think we should be giving puberty blockers to children. I don't think that transitioning when you're that young is a healthy thing. That's why I waited until I was old enough to make that choice for myself to see if I could find comfort in femininity.
Yeah, well, you have a physiological condition. Yeah.
My parents were both cops. They were both very right-wing. I would say even alt-right to an extent. And the way I was raised was that I was the way I was because God decided to punish them for something. I was an abomination. I should not be able to do anything about that. And there are people that I've interacted with things like this before who have told me that I need to kill myself, I need to rid the world of my evilness, of my hatred, of the damage that I do to children by being myself. If a child sees me, they're going to be confused or disturbed because they can't tell what's going on. That to me is upsetting, and that's why when I show up, I am here. Not there, here. Because this is the only side where I have not met that type of resistance, and I hope that that's understandable as well.
Yeah.
I should probably get going.
All right. Thank you for conversating. I really appreciated you expressing your point of view.
It's very nice to meet you.
So I got to get to Primetime Patriot. Send me a $5 super chat. I'll shout out Roxanne again. Thank you so much, Roxanne. $50 super chat. Thank you so much. And Genius by Birth, send me $75 super chat. Get yourself a steak dinner tonight. You've earned it. I am going to do that. That sounds wonderful. After getting burnt on fire almost, a steak dinner sounds delicious. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the other ones have disappeared off my screen, but I'm going to see if I can scroll up and find them real quick. I know Beer Guy, I was talking to people so I couldn't interrupt, but Beer Guy sent me a $5 super chat. Primetime Patriot sent me a $5 super chat, was like complimenting me for being a patriot. And then there was one more $5 super chat that I know I saw. I really feel guilty when I miss these things. I don't know if you guys know how it works on the screen. So the bigger ones stay on my screen for a long time, so they're easier for me to see. And then like $5 ones, they just come on and they go off pretty quickly. So Primetime Patriot sends me big Patriot vibes. Villain holding it down after getting maced earlier. Dedication. Thanks, Primetime. I appreciate that, man. Then there's Beer Guy. Says, so happy to see you're back in real life. Always watch your back, my friend. Thank you, Beer Guy. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Appreciate it big times. And there's, I'll shout her out again since it's such a generous one. Genius by birth. Get yourself a steak dinner tonight. You've earned it. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. Thank you. Lady KD1, that was the one I was looking for. It says, dogs scare her. Laughy face. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I really, I hope that it comes out how thankful I am and appreciative of that. A flag parade. So there's American flag, Trump 2024, F. Newsom, Women for Trump, Trump 2020, American flag, and One Nation Under God. Spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land and the home of the brave. Well, that's very wholesome. I think that's someone's bullhorn. I don't think that was the police. Sneaking off to get a drink of water under my mask. Stop socialism. Oh, it's that guy over there.
We don't contribute.
Hey, Zach. Hey. Hey, Zach De La Rosa, why do you keep doing that? I was hoping that guy was going to do a... I was hoping he was going to bust some skills out on that board. Just like causing noise and drown. Hey man, how you doing? I go by Villain Report. I initially got started a YouTube channel by filming the anarchists up in Portland and exposing it. Yeah, thank you. We the People shirt. That's a nice shirt. Is it just who does that? Is that that's not Steve, is it? Okay. Okay, all right. I try to like get the man on the street opinion. What do you think about this today, especially the division?
Definitely speaks to the condition of our country right now.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any violence, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it disturbs me just more and more. People are just so polarized and unwilling to talk, and that's the most leftist thing you can do there is to like shut down conversation with noise. Yeah. But
it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
I mean, that falls nuts. I mean, it's just childish stuff.
Are you from California?
I am from San Diego.
I would have guessed Texas.
What's more patriotic than Texas?
Are there a lot of cowboys here in San Francisco or in California?
There's some.
Yeah. Right on. All right. Well, thanks for giving me your point of view. Oh, everybody loved this dog. I hate out of our state. I don't think I'm manly enough for that masculine of a dog. I think I need like a French bulldog or something. I don't know if you, it looks like my screen is not working. There we go. Did I go back for a little bit there? Am I still froze? Back now, thank you. About to go pet another doggo. What's is it a mix or?
Yeah, border collie mix. I got her from the shelter, so we don't totally know. She's the best dog.
Yeah. She's a sweetie pie. I bet she's a cuddler, huh? You like butt scratches, huh? There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. I got it. Well, thank you. Oh. Oh, my lucky stars. Can I pet your dog? He looks like he's fighting the biggest dog head title. Really? What's his name? Bubba? That's a beautiful dog, man. Is it a Maltese Mastiff? Is it Maltese Mastiff? English Mastiff. Right on, man. I don't believe he would have bit me. Let's say thanks again to Genius by Birth. Get yourself a steak dinner. You've earned it. Thank you so much. It's such a generous $75 super chat. Thank you very much.
No conviction. You guys have no conviction because you know you're wrong.
So Ace Goodhart III says, what's up with scratching dog butts? Apparently you don't know anything about dogs and you need to go to dog school. You don't know about butt scratches for dogs? It's like their favorite thing. Oh my goodness, a wetsie. Okay. Is it all right if I pet your dog? What's his name? Kobe. Oh, you said it. I was waiting for a yes or no. Kobe. Is he old? Is he older?
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah? Oh, there's the spunk there. Oh, you're smelling all the dogs on me now, aren't you? Oh, is that a good pupper? I pet like 10 dogs already, so he's just probably smelling every one of them, huh? Oh. I like Westies. They always like this flat part on the back. They remind me of beavers. Oh, it's a good boy. Thank you. Well, this day is ending on a high note for me. I think I've had about enough here. Laura says she's only here for the dogs. Rosa Moreno says that humans like butt scratches too. Gypsy Red says, what happened to my video this morning? It's private at the moment. I've got to do some things with it, and then I'll upload it again when I get the chance. I need to carry dog treats and the dogs will find me. I need to. I started, when I go to the lake and stuff, I bring like dog treats with my camping stuff. But didn't bring a box of dog treats on the plane with me though. Speaking of the plane, it's super fun getting on a extra extreme screening list now. So I can take an hour of getting pat down and having all my stuff searched up and down, left and right. So fun. So glad that's happening now.
I asked her, produce the evidence.
Still want more. Oh, man. Still want more.
Yeah, that guy that sprayed me was... But anyways, none of the guys around him came and tried to attack me or help him. I think they kind of called him out and they're like, why'd he do that? And they said it was wrong that they did that. Well, I think I'm kind of done at this event. Seems like most of the people that have something to articulate, I've already talked to. Oh, I'm tired. I'm exhausted today, you guys.
When I look at sub-Saharan Africans, when I look at Amerindians, when I look at Persians, which is 1 to 2,000 years ago, I look at Europeans, Eastern Asians, they have always performed. That's always been the case. The reason why some groups don't underperform is simply because one group is harming another. I don't think that is the main reason. Okay? If you look at Congo and Nigeria 2,000 years ago, you will look at their civilization and you will compare it to the Europeans, the Persians, the East Asians. You will see that they've always performed differently. This isn't some kind of... And by the way, my parents' country, we had black labor. Iran had black labor. Iraq had black labor. Palestine, there was the Arab slave trade. It went to India and China. Where is the Juneteenth for those people? My mom's, what's it called? Her grandfather's, she had a black turban. Thank you.
Laura, what story are you asking about? Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? Is anybody still in here? This is a nice little shopping area, dinner area. Oh my goodness, those girls are beautiful. Simpson's Donut Shop. donut bar. That's definitely the Simpsons donut there. You can see this statue. Oh, this is a nice little area. This is Riverside, California, by the city hall. I think this is Chavez, right? Hugo Chavez, is that his name? I'm probably wrong. Si se puedo. Cesar Chavez. Yep, I was right. I said Hugo. Cesar Chavez. Not really vibing that. Oh, California's so beautiful, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Palm trees. Still nice and warm outside. This is a beautiful area. I kind of want to walk over to that. I'm going to wait until the sign goes. Looks like there's a cool church thing back there. I'm going to go look at that. I know this is supposed to be a protest stream, but oh well. Most people left the chat already anyways because it was buffering so bad. I'm gonna go check out this church-looking building back here. Looks pretty cool. I used to like Long Johns. I don't really eat donuts much anymore. But Long Johns are good donuts. I like the maple bars. Yeah, you must be from the Midwest because they don't call them Long Johns out here. They call them maple bars or chocolate bars. This is a nice little area. The art is, for the most part, there was a weird like hanging globe thing back there. Like they're trying on old old gas masks. That's funny to me. It's like some like what do they call that? They call that like Pueblo architecture, I think. So beautiful, you guys. I think I was meant to live in like sunny, green places like Southern California, Florida. I like the Pacific Northwest, but I don't like the weather. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the summer, when you get a good summer, it's beautiful up there, but the weather season known as depression there lasts like 9 months. Mission Inn Hotel. Somebody said they knew it. They called it out the historic Mission. Oh, it's getting cooler. The building is getting cooler. Oh, I like this. KF said they found me today, and thanks for reminding them to be nicer. This building's pretty cool. Wow, that's a nice building. Got all that cool painting inside there. Looks like it's been COVIDized. Cool beans, cool beans. Had maple and bacon covered donuts. I don't think I've ever tried that. I think I might have tried it once, and I'm pretty reluctant to try weird things or new things for food. But bacon actually does go well with maple donuts. You wouldn't think. This place is pretty sick. Oh, look at that building over there. I wonder if I live to old age, if I'm still going to be as neurotically curious and easily entertained as I am and I've always been. That building is awesome. Looks like there was like gunfights here at one point where people were wearing sombreros and ponchos. Look at this. This stuff is pretty cool. This place is awesome. I have to go read about this thing tonight too. The Mission Inn in Riverside, California. Look at that. It's like sneaky little alcove up there. I like this. Hotel and spa. Oh. I really want to go in there, but I think some places get really upset if you go into a business filming. I will pass. I'm tired of pushing today. Church in the background. Man, this place is awesome. This must have been a pretty serious population area back in the Spanish days of conquest. Look at that tower. That's pretty cool. All right. I keep deciding that I'm tired and I'm done walking, but then I see something else. I'm like, no, walking more. Looks like it has like different stages of construction, maybe additions, because it doesn't all look like the same kind of architecture. Fire department. Little rescue rig. I don't like it when churches get political. Not necessarily when they get political, but I don't like it when churches pander to like political cliches. First Congressional Church of Riverside. Hey, check that building out in the back there, that dome up top. That's got to be, oh my goodness, look at this. I think I'm done walking. Oh, look at this thing. How did I not see this? The Universalist Unitarian Church of Riverside. Wow, they've got all of the things on there. They've got all the Christian symbols. They've got all the woke cliches. The building looks cool, though. It's a cool building. Then again, it could just be a new building that they've got used old-timey construction styles. No, those those stained glass windows are covered with plexiglass. They usually do that when it's an old church, like really old, to protect their special stained glass from getting messed up. May peace prevail on earth in like 12 languages. It's cool. All right. I think I'm heading back to the protest. Kind of like to go get dinner and relax, drink some whiskey, chill out. Maybe soak my hands some more. They're still. You know, I've said it before, I've ranted about it before, but this whole crowd or conservative crowd acting like Antifa and like spraying the press or attacking people that are filming, who cares who they are filming? You're out in public at a public event, just assume people are going to be filming. If you don't like that, mask up. If you don't like that, don't go. Why does it matter if there is the person that's filming and documenting the event is on your side or your belief system versus something you disagree with? Who cares? Who cares who films it? Yeah, the leftist organizations are going to smear right organizations, and the right organizations are going to smear left organizations. Like, I see so many people on the right talking about the Constitution and the First Amendment. They go off on First Amendment about how I do this too. I love the First Amendment. I hate the censorship. But a lot of these people will go off on losing their Facebook account. But then sometimes those are the same kind of people that attack people for filming in public. No, if you guys watched my stream today, there was one point where this very small girl was starting to get surrounded by a bunch of grown men. She was saying she was Antifa, or not Antifa. Somebody else was saying she was, and then somebody was like, why is everybody saying you're Antifa? Where the hell did chivalry go? Like, I hope that I have never gotten in a petite woman's face and physically threatened her. I know I've never done that. I never would do that. How can you be a man and do like that? He was just a serial macer with a fetish, Chrissy says.
No apologies, yeah, this is me.
One of these places where you have to push the button or you don't get the sign. Somebody said that church has all the old cool churches in the country. They have one of the oldest old ship church in Hingham, Massachusetts. Oh, are you saying that the Universalist Church has all the old churches? This is a pretty cool place. This must be like the entertainment district. Than half a day, I assume, for on that Mission Church, the historic Mission Inn. I'm partial to redheads. Oh, good Lord, these girls. I need to go home. I need to go take a cold shower. Shower time, cold shower. I'm gonna go jump in that pond over there. Yep, that's what I need to do. Can I pet your dog? What's his name? Joey. Joey?
He'll wag his tail and not make you touch him.
Hey, Joey. Hey. I think he enjoyed the interaction. Thank you. Oh, I think this gathering here is definitely with my stream because it wasn't malfunctioning as bad when I was walking around there. But probably gonna get off of here in a minute. I understand that that's normal behavior with neck tattoos, but at the same time, I've always kind of wanted neck tattoos. Hey, sir. Well, look at that. He disappeared. Look at he like had super speed all of a sudden once he heard a cop siren.
Who's about to fight?
And you're probably intoxicated walking around the beer, you fucking
Have you had enough yet?
Did you see that guy had his super speed power once he heard a siren? Like, he just boom!
The funny thing is, it's like running from a bear.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the fastest, you just can't be the slowest. So he was going to get on his skateboard and leave his buddy who's heftier behind. That's the one who gets caught and then he goes away.
Have you been in this area before?
What?
Have you been in this area before?
Yeah.
So I went for a walk. I kind of protested out.
It's kind of nice down there.
There's like a mission in like historic. There's a whole bunch of like old castle type churches. It's
pretty nice little town.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, who's gonna fight, dude?
I was saying,
Who's gonna fight?
What's that?
Who's gonna fight?
Bring back the flag.
What flag? I never fly no flag.
Oh, the skateboard flag.
Who is gonna fight? Dude?
Oh,
That's
the
all I
Thrasher
wanna know.
flag that you had earlier is what
I
you're
didn't
talking
have that
about. Oh,
flag.
it's your buddy.
I don't fuck with flags. Flags are done. Who was gonna fight? That's interesting. Was it you? Were you gonna fight? Would you fight? Would you fight me? Because I just wanted to see the fight.
How about Battleship?
Yeah!
There we go.
I'm down. Non-violent solution, right?
Yeah.
Put the pigs down.
G3.
I won. You sunk by Battleship.
Did you know?
No cops involved.
Hey, did you know we had a battleship on the LA waterfront? I was there yesterday. I didn't know it was there either. I think it was the Missouri or something.
What's up with that?
Check it out.
LA waterfront. What's that?
Very, very nice man there.
Yeah, you go out there. It's like battleship out there.
And they probably do play battleship out there as well. If you actually want to walk on a battleship, you can do that too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I thought it was cool too.
A very, very kind man. I bet he's got a lot of well-functioning, happy children. Just like disarm that guy just by being nice to him. That older man has some like kindness superpowers. That's funny. I was trying to wait for the like a little step in the conversation to ask him to quote your comment. You said, who said that? Read your comment to him, but then the grandpa guy was far more kind than I was intending on being. Oh, I have had enough. I've always tried to like think of how to describe this thing. You see it on Jerry Springer a lot, but the guy that was who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight? They go into this like broken record thing to where they like have like a 3-word thing they're saying, and they just say it over and over and over and over. It's almost any episode of Jerry Springer that you watch, you'll see someone doing that. They go into like the broken record. Who's gonna fight? Where my money? Where my money? Where my money? I want to go get dinner, but I rode here with somebody else, and they are not done being a reporter person. Yeah, my hands are still burning. Dude, it was bad.
How long have you been a racist? 4 years.
They told me.
They're pretty intelligent people.
I realized like this is something I'm here because I would never the fucking movie. And I have no problem with that. I just want to be able to use the word if I want. If I want to say faggot, I'll say faggot. I like to goddamn I just thought
So I think I'm gonna get off the stream here in a moment, guys. I'm getting tired. It's not really much worth watching right now, anyways. Pseudocon wipes. Everybody keeps telling me that today. I need to be more prepared. I usually am able to navigate things to where I don't get maced. I've been maced a bunch of times, I guess, but man, that guy's sneaky. Haha. Please come back when it gets dark out. What does that mean, fender bender? I think there's a drone up there. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign out here. I'm kind of tired and not really talking and not really anything I'm seeing interesting. I like that dog over there. What was his name? Cody or something? Yeah. Westies are always, they always seem so happy, but they always seem like they're about their own business. Like they're gonna do, they've got business to attend to, and it doesn't include you. Jake is down at the border. He's in Texas, going to like check out what's going on at the border. And for those of you who don't know, he's talking about behind enemy lines. All right, guys, I'm signing out. So thank you for watching today. Thank you for all those that helped support me getting down here and doing that. I'll repost the video sometime this weekend. And tired. And maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow or something. I'm not sure. So. All right, thanks, guys. Villain Report is... Oh, I haven't been unplugging my stuff. I've been so long since I've been doing this. So I do have another Facebook account. It's the Villain Report. Is it Villain? Yeah, it's Villain Report, not the Villain Report. It's Villain Report. And then you can... I always like that hashtag Brave the Soul. Not supposed to be on certain platforms. You guys can follow me, like, subscribe here on YouTube. Villain Report. What else do I have? I have a Telegram, but I haven't opened that up yet, and I have a Discord. I haven't opened that up yet either. Soon here, I've just been getting my stuff together for a long time, and anyways, I'll expand my platform here pretty soon and open up the other platforms for use. So. Anyways, with all that being said, you guys have a great night. Hope you enjoyed the coverage today. And the Villain Report is out.